When people think of Vietnam's coastal cities in 2025, Da Nang definitely is the first spot these days. It's a modern, fast-growing city full of digital nomads. But just a few hours further south, there's a beach city that has a completely different feel to it. Nha Trang is often overlooked, but for retirees, long-term travelers, and other expats, it's one of the most affordable and interesting coastal spots in all of Asia. It combines a beautiful beachfront with an easy pace of life and costs that are still well below what you'd spend in Thailand, let alone back home. If you've ever dreamed of living in a beach city without breaking the bank, this might be the one for you. Let's talk first impressions. Nha Trang has been known for years as a tourist destination. You'll see that right away. The beachfront is lined with hotels, seafood restaurants, and cafes. But what surprises people the most is how livable it feels when you step off of the main strip. There's a strong local community. There's a slower rhythm compared to Ho Chi Minh City, and a foreigner presence that's noticeable but not overwhelming. In my opinion, it's a mix of a local Vietnamese life with just enough international influence to make things a little more comfortable. You can buy fresh seafood from the local market early in the morning, or in the afternoons you can hop over to a nice modern cafe. And unlike some other coastal spots that feel like they cater only to foreigners, Nha Trang still has the heart of the Vietnamese. Another thing that stands out, if you're in the city center, it is incredibly walkable. The beachfront promenade is always busy. Locals exercising at sunrise, tourists snapping photos, vendors selling snacks. By the time the heat of the day arrives, the streets tend to slow down. And by night, the seaside lights back up with families, locals, and groups of friends hanging out together. Now, the cost of living is where Nha Trang really shines. Rent here can be found for so much cheaper than places like Da Nang or Ho Chi Minh City. You can find that modern one-bedroom for anywhere from $200 to $400 a month. On the higher end, it's often coming with ocean views if you can be a bit flexible on location. If you want something a little bigger, expect around $400 to $600 a month, which is still substantially lower than a lot of places in Thailand. Food is another budget-friendly area. You can expect pho or bun cha for as little as $2, while a sit-down seafood restaurant might cost you $5 to $10 depending on how fancy you go. Altogether, a lot of people spend anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a month in Nha Trang to live a very comfortable lifestyle. That includes rent, food, transport, and even some extras like an occasional weekend trip. Of course, if you're retired, you might even get by on a little less. What's nice is Nha Trang still offers that sweet spot. You have affordable living without roughing it. You're not really cutting corners just to save a buck here. Of course, one of the biggest advantages of Nha Trang is the lifestyle of beach and city. You can literally start your day with a swim in the ocean, grab a smoothie bowl on the way home, and then settle in to work or errands depending on how you like to spend your day. All without feeling like you're in a remote island town. The city has plenty of gyms, yoga studios, and international supermarkets. Nightlife isn't going to be wild like Saigon, but there's still rooftop bars and there's still beach clubs. It's enough to keep you entertained, but not enough to feel overwhelming. Nha Trang is also a great city if you're into outdoor activities. Diving, snorkeling, island hopping tours, and even hiking in the surrounding hills are all accessible and cheap. You're not just staring at the water here, you can actually use it. Your daily rhythm here is also different than what you find in a lot of large cities. Mornings are for markets, exercise, and errands. Afternoons are quieter. A lot of people rest or escape the heat indoors. Evenings, they pick up again with beachside strolls, night markets, and the occasional nightclub. It feels relaxed but never boring. For families, there are international options, but they're definitely more limited than cities like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh. The foreign community here is definitely going to be smaller than, say, Chiang Mai or Da Nang, but that can also be a good thing depending on who you are. People can get to know each other and it's easier to form friendships. You'll meet a mix of Russians who historically made up a lot of tourism here, as well as Western retirees, English teachers, and the remote workers. There are a few Facebook groups even that share apartment listings, events, and other things to do. If you're looking for a plug-and-play foreign community, then Nha Trang probably won't give you that. But if you want that balance between local immersion and foreign community, it might hit the sweet spot. The smaller size of this foreign community also just means you inherently interact with more locals on a day-to-day basis. You naturally build connections with Vietnamese people and not just fellow foreigners. Now, Nha Trang is compact, so you really do not need the car. If you need more than just walking, you can rent a motorbike for anywhere from $50 to $100 a month. Grab, the Southeast Asian version of Uber, also works here. So you can order cheap rides if you don't want to drive yourself around. Traffic is somewhere in between Ho Chi Minh chaos and small quiet peace. The upside is that everything you need, beach, cafes, markets, and gyms, is usually within a 10 to 15 minute drive. For longer trips, Nha Trang Airport can connect you all the way to Hanoi or Saigon, or even Korea and other international destinations. This makes Nha Trang a convenient base if you want to travel the region from here. Healthcare is always an important topic as you get older or retired. Nha Trang has some decent hospitals and clinics, but I believe the one called Vintech International Hospital that is popular among foreigners. Routine care and checkups is going to be just as affordable as the cities, often around $30 or less. For more serious procedures, you could do them here, but a lot of people prefer to go to somewhere like Ho Chi Minh with the largest international hospitals. But day-to-day healthcare, Nha Trang is definitely reliable enough. Safety-wise, Nha Trang is considered very safe. Petty theft can happen like in any other tourist city, but violent crime is extremely rare. Most people feel pretty comfortable walking around here, even in the middle of the night. Of course, no place is perfect. Nha Trang can even feel touristy if you stay down on the main beach strip. Prices are often higher here, and the vibe isn't quite as authentic as people want. Some people also say the city still has way too many Russians, but the difference between a few years ago and just a few months ago is very noticeable. Another issue is the weather. Nha Trang has a tropical climate, so when the thunderstorms hit, they really hit. Flooding can even happen, and the humidity takes people a while to get used to. Now, who is Nha Trang for? Nha Trang is perfect for people who want the beachside living without the high costs of places like Bali or Thailand. It works for retirees who want that affordable, laid-back lifestyle, and it's also good for remote workers who want a slower pace but still need decent infrastructure to get work done. It's definitely not the place for chasing big city excitement or people looking for a huge expat community. But if your dream is to wake up on the ocean, eat seafood every single day, and live comfortably on a modest budget, Nha Trang delivers. Living in this city is all about balance. You get the beauty of a beach city, the comfort of affordable living, and enough amenities to make daily life smooth. It's not perfect, but that's also part of the charm. Nha Trang feels like a place you can actually live and not just visit for a week. If you're looking for that affordable base in Vietnam with sunshine, community, and ocean views, this might be the one for you. If you'd enjoyed this breakdown of Nha Trang and you want more like it, or you want other tips or behind the scene updates, then check out my newsletter below. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.